I'll get that fixed in a moment. Oh, actually, that is the level from... we do have a Accurately Appropriate Airships is the first level we are going to be playing today. This is a very... we're starting off with a very easy level here. We have the Shelmet that we can pick up here. You'll notice that there's a cloud jump off there. Unfortunately, that does lead to death. So our runners will learn that if they jump there, as you see that Knack212 gave that a test and realized that is death. So don't go that way. So the runners do have to go up the pipe, as Fear Agent did. And he unfortunately fell into a pit. As you see, there's red coins in this level. He got 2 red coins, then fell in the pit. So he's back at the checkpoint, and he has to go and start doing the coin collection again. You can do this level both directions. You can enter the back pipe and go backwards, or you can do the front pipe and go forwards. You can actually go both ways to complete this. Fear Agent falling into the pit again. And Knack is taking a shell with him, and he seems to want to try to see if there is a shell jump that he can do to get to the back of the level. That is what I'm guessing here. Wimmy has given up and gone into the pipe. Looks like Oro is also in the pipe and lost his Shelmet. He is now sitting on 2 coins. 3 of our runners do have 2 coins. Knack is still playing with the shells. Having a good time playing with the shells here. He's trying to see if he can hop up in that little area there. I don't think he realizes he can do a wall jump to get up there. I believe the wall jump is possible there, and if he does that, he would get up there. Instead, he takes a death. And it looks like Fear Agent has exited the pipe. He has the key. He's going to open the door, and he is our first runner to get out of the level, it looks like. He should be coming near the end of the level right now. There's the flagpole. He's our first runner to move on. Knack has found his way into the upper area and is now jumping up to collect the red coins himself. Oro is now on his first coin, doing the coins again. Wimmy has moved on to the second level himself. The next level, by the way, coming up, we'll get in the display in a moment. Second level is by the way, that level was by Bob McName. The level coming up is by Dobbs. It is called Port Permafrost. This is another fairly simple level coming through here. You're going to find a couple mushrooms in this level. It is otherwise a route from pretty much from left to right. You have a couple of areas you have to maneuver up and down the level. Otherwise, not a bad level, as you will see here. The on-off switch is used. You can go to the right, but it is basically a dead end, so you have to head back if you go to the right. And now we have a area with some chain chomps that we have to try to avoid here as Oro continues to the next level. Knack has already moved on to the next level. Everyone is on the second level at this point. So Fear Agent is navigating the chain chomps. Notice that we have some coin blocks there. Those blocks don't break there, so if you want to collect coins all day, you can. And I believe we're now at the end of the level. There is the card thing from the Super Mario Brothers 3, and Fear Agent is going to move on to the third level. This is another level by Bob McName. It is called, and you will understand this when you see the level in action, it is called There Should Only Be One Level, with a question mark. And that is going to be evident as he starts playing the level. He grabs the key, after grabbing the mushroom, of course. Opens the locked door. And the room is going to look a lot like this during the level, but you're going to see some changes happening to it as the level goes on. So now we have some dry bones in the level. Have to grab another key. Open another door. And Oro, meanwhile, is still on Port Permafrost. He is finishing it right now, our last runner to get there. All of our runners are now entering the third level, if they're not already there. And there is another key. Now, you notice we have a midway point, so if Fear Agent were to take a death, he will start in that part of the level. And now we have one of the harder rooms, in my opinion, of this level. You have to maneuver around some ghosts. He did that very quickly, very efficiently. And there's now another difficult challenge, dealing with a Magic Koopa. This Magic Koopa tends to like to go in places where you can't really jump on it. Fear Agent getting very lucky here, getting to keep his mushroom. But I've seen, when I was testing, that Magic Koopa would appear in places I couldn't really jump on, and I had to sacrifice my mushroom to get it. Now the red coins are here, so Fear Agent does have the extra hit. He can rush through one of these boos on the floor if he wants to. He does just that. Now he has to avoid it because he can't take another hit. And he's in the coin. He's in the lock block. And now the room has changed, and as you see, he's at the end of the level. We have Not going through one of the Flying Ghost Room right now. Oro's at the midway point. Wimmy is doing the red coins himself to get to the end of the level. The fourth level coming up here is Baikuchiri. It is called Just Swing It. Now, if you are not familiar with any concepts in Mario Maker 2 that involve swinging, you will be very shortly. Because you fall into a pit, and then you realize you're in the dark, and there are swinging claws over your head. So the goal is to swing around. And as you see, there was a red coin just there on the Fear Agent screen, so you have to find, as the display shows, 5 red coins. That is how you will proceed here. Mac, meanwhile, is done the 3rd level. Wimmy is also in the 4th level. And Oro is just coming up to the end himself. Very close race here between our on-screen runners here. So Wimmy is swinging up now. He is making his way up and misses a few cranes. Fear Agent, meanwhile, did fall back to the ground, it looks like. The dark does make this very challenging. You have to figure out where the cranes are in the dark and maneuver your way around. That does add a layer of difficulty to the level to make it challenging. Wimmy getting one of the red coins there. That's his 2nd red coin. Did fall down to another crane, and Fear Agent is back on the ground. And Wimmy is back on the ground. So this seems to be one of the levels that is going to start bringing our runners together here. The trick to getting through this quickly is to find your way through the cranes to where the red coins are located. If you can find all the red coin locations and find your way to the top without too much trouble, then you're going to be the first one out of here. Fear Agent is still on 1 red coin. It looks like Oro is tied with him with 1 red coin. Knack has pulled ahead with 2 red coins, tied with Wimmy. It looks like Fear Agent is currently at about 110 seconds of the level, so nearly getting close to about a couple minutes in here now, trying to find his way around these red coins. He has found his 2nd red coin, so has Oro. They are all tied right now on the red coin count, except for Wimmy, who just pulled ahead, found a 3rd one up there in the corner, and just saw a glimpse of a 4th one he's going to have to go back to because he fell down a little bit. Knack has found the red coin door, the door that you unlock. Unfortunately, he only has 4 coins and decided to start back at the bottom to try to find that final coin. Oro has also dropped down a little bit, but he only has 2 red coins. I don't think he has seen the door yet. Wimmy did find his 4th red coin and found the door, and there's the red coin right there next to the door. Wimmy is in the door. He's the first one out of here. But there is one more thing he has to do. He has to maneuver some ghosts. And it can be a little annoying having to wait for the ghost, but once you can get through, there is the flagpole, and he is on his way out to the next level. And we will talk about that next level in just a second here when it comes up. Oro, meanwhile, it has all the red coins. He has his key. He's on his way up to the top right now if he can find his way up. Knack is already at the flagpole. Oro is still on 2 red coins, falling a little behind here at this point. And as you see, we're now in a level called Banzai Bayou. This is another one by Dobbs. And this is a level where Banzai Bills appear, and you really only get 1 chance to do this. So this is basically a run and do things quickly. If you can do it quickly, you're going to get through and you're going to get to the end. Otherwise, if you miss your chance, the door shuts behind you and you have to go back to the beginning. There's one tricky jump right there with the Banzai Bill going away from you. You have to catch up to it so you can jump off of it. And it looks like Knack is also on Banzai Bayou right now, finding his way through. Both runners making this look very easy at this point. Wimmy trying to be careful to avoid the spines falling from above. Does get hit by one of them. Knack does pull into the lead with that, as long as he can avoid getting hit himself. Oh! Literally on the same pixel, the spiny appeared behind the Banzai Bill, and Knack is back to the checkpoint. So he has to do this part again. Wimmy pulls back ahead. Fear Agent has made his way to the top of the Dark Funhouse and is now on his way out to go to Banzai Bayou. Wimmy is out of Banzai Bayou and going into a waterlogged castle, apparently. at the end of the stage. Nock is right behind him. Oro is going through the ghosts in the Just Swing It right now. We're bringing up our next level, which is called Forgotten Palace. This is another Dobbs creation. Dobbs has created a palace that time has apparently forgotten, is probably the best way to put it. There are, as you see, fuzzy beetles all around here, and ones that fall from the ceiling as soon as you approach them, so you have to be very careful to avoid those creatures as they fall. The bullet bill launchers, the bill launchers do not work in this stage because they are blocked in generally, so you're not going to find anything firing from those. As you noticed when you passed one or two of those and nothing came out of it. Now, if you were to punch the block there and get rid of the block somehow, of course, that would open up the bonsai bill or the bill launcher to fire. Now, Wimmy has found a locked door. He needs to find a way to get into that locked door. Nock is also finding that locked door, so both runners now on the left are trying to figure out how to find access to that door. I think they have concluded there are no red coins because there is no red coin counter on the screen. So we'll see if that leads them to another path. Oro making a nice jump to get across the first difficult banzai bill, but then falls in the water, manages to do a wall jump off the pipe, and goes to get the item on the other side. Meanwhile, Nock has found the key that is necessary to open the door, and then loses his mushroom immediately to a falling shell. And then dies to another one. Thankfully, that was a checkpoint, so he is able to continue from where he left off. And that is a very difficult jump. I should point out that's a very tough jump to do. You have to time your jump precisely to be able to land and be able to then get back above the bill without it hitting you. He did do it that time. Very nicely done. He's going to wait for this one to come along, which is the right thing to do in my opinion. And he's going to get through that one as well. This one's going to fall in the gap aimlessly, and he has to jump this one. And Nock is now going through another part going left. He's found another locked door and found this unexplored area over here on the left. He's going to go through that right now. Going to kill a couple buzzy beetles along the way. Hit a block, and look, there's another key. Wimmy is on his way through the second section right now. Fear Agent is at the checkpoint, so is Oro, going to the second half of Bonsai Bayou. And Oro, realizing he seems to have missed his jump, and is going to go back to the checkpoint. Fear Agent also starting the second section again. Nock, meanwhile, is on the third section of the Forgotten Palace, and as you see, we have Monty Moles with ghosts. A very fearsome combination, to say the least. They will chase you, and the ghosts will hurt you. The ghosts themselves are stuck on top of the Monty Mole and don't move themselves. They are guided by the Monty Mole. A concept I have seen in a couple of GDQ levels that were very cool to watch. Looks like Nock has reached the end and takes a damage boost to get through without too much trouble. Gets into the pipe. Comes out, and is this the end of the level? Couple more jumps. This is another one of those tricky jumps with a Buzzy Beetle, and there's the end of the level. So Nock takes the lead coming out of Forgotten Palace, but we have what is probably one of the harder levels, if not the hardest level in this marathon. There is a level coming up now called Ruining Christmas. It's still a little bit early for Christmas, but we're ruining it, is one way to put it. We have a nice snow landscape here. We're going to be going through some on top of a house here to fall into a pipe, and guess what? You have a challenge to complete. This one did take me a few tries personally to do. Nock jumps up, hits the ceiling, runs into the bomb, and that's that. So you have to actually bounce off those bombs. They do not fall off the cranes. You actually have to bop them yourself. Wimmy has moved on to the snow landscape of Ruining Christmas, and Fear Agent is now in the Forgotten Palace, making his way through. Nock taking another death to one of the bombs in the first challenge. Now you see the goal in this level is to get 3 of the 50 coin pieces. That is your specific goal in this level. So you have to complete whatever it requires you to get those 350 coin challenges. Oro taking another death in the Banzai Bayou to those Bullet Bill Spiny combinations. It seems to be challenging him a little bit here to get through that last section. Knack making his way through the challenge, does get through the bombs that time, but gets grinded by the grinder as Wimmy falls into that challenge for the first time and hits the ceiling and hits the bomb himself. Oro gets to the end of Banzai Bayou. He's going to be joining Fear Agent in the Forgotten Palace where he just took a death to one of the Buzzy Beetle shells. Back to the beginning. Knack is making his way through the challenge now, so is Wimmy. And he found the off switch. He also found the 50 coin piece and is going to make his way out now that the blocks have appeared. Fear Agent falling into a pit, trying to leap of faith there. Didn't work out, so Oro is now tied with him in the Forgotten Palace. And he finds a couple of bricks there, and clearly you can't walk through bricks, so that's not going to work. Have to go a different direction, going through Knack here. There's our second 50 coin piece. So challenge number 2 done. Here's challenge number 3. Let's see if he can do this cleanly. No, he can't. It looks like he's going to take a death here. Now that, it's worth knowing that, actually I'll talk about the Slayer just in case the runners aren't listening to the stream because they're allowed to. So I don't want to spoil one detail here. So Oro is going through the Forgotten Palace right now. Wimmy is now doing the second challenge and going to collect the 50 coin piece from that. There's a piece switch for him. He's going to hit that. Those bricks at the top are obviously clear now, but Wimmy falls into the pit. One square pit, you can fall into that, and he did. So both runners are back to the start of the level. They have to do the first 2 challenges again. Fear Agent is on, I believe that's the second section of Forgotten Palace. Yes, it is. That's with the tight jumps with the Bullet Bills. Or with the Buzzy Beetles falling from the ceiling. Oro is, looks like, in the first section still of Forgotten Palace. Both need to find, eventually, their key, which Fear Agent's on his way to his second key right now. And it looks like Oro has found his first key. Knack is moving on to get his first 50 coin piece again. Hitting the off switch. Wimmy, meanwhile, is on the second challenge. He's going to complete that. This second challenge is not too bad at all. It's a third one that can be a little difficult here. So going to jump across, hit those trampolines with good timing, get up the crane, and get to the bricks in time. He did not make it. Recycled back down to the bottom, has to hit again. Unfortunately, he decides to just take the death and redo the entire level. So it looks like Knack is at the top now. He's gonna fall down to the bottom. He's gonna go back to the left. He's gonna see that the P-switch does reappear. This is what I did not want to spoil. That P-switch will reappear, and you can try this countless times. So once you get through those coins, that's basically the end of the challenge for that. Looks like Knack's gonna take a little time to try to practice this jump, which is not a bad idea. He looks like he might be satisfied with that, gonna give it another run. Wimmy, meanwhile, is going to do the second challenge again. Knack just waiting for the P-switch to appear. There it is. And he hits the gap, and he wisely decides to go back and just start over instead of trying to rush it. I think this is a good call. If you miss the first jump, don't spend too much time on it. Just go back and start it again, because that thing does continue to appear. So this is going to be a race to see who gets to the top of that third challenge first, once Wimmy gets over there. I think he's got it. Knack has made it through the coins. He's going to be on his way to the goal right now. Now, the goal is not right next to the house, as you might imagine here. Going to go down some clouds. Oh, look, a skull platform. Let's go for a ride. And with this, of our on-screen runners, Knack is the first to finish the marathon. Get your GGs in chat for Knack. And we're going to I'll take a quick look at the channel to see if anyone else has finished in the meantime. We'll see if we can substitute someone in for Knack while we're doing that. We do have another finisher in the channel. I'm not sure who it is, but Koas Legion was the first finisher before Knack. So Knack was the second finisher today. Not bad at all. Good finish. So as you can see, we do have stages. Actually, you can't see. We do have stages that are being run for the speed run section as well. We are going to follow additional marathon runners in the meantime, but there is going to be a speed run segment coming up, if not already beginning immediately. Looks like Knack is now going to enter the level code. We were able to download the levels before for the first part of the challenge, but now because we have to track times, we have to go to online mode and play the course online. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get a time for it. So Knack has brought up the first level he wants to work on. He's looking specifically at accurately appropriate airships. Takes a look to see what the world record is and knows how fast he has to go on this. The levels that we will be visiting for this, by the way, and the runners are aware of them. They are accurately appropriate airships, Forgotten Palace, and the level we just did, Ruining Christmas. Those will be our speedrun levels for this challenge. In the meantime, Oro is on Forgotten Palace. Fury Agent has moved on to Ruining Christmas. Wimmy is about to hit the goal for Ruining Christmas. Just has to ride the skull platform. Now, if you did not have one of those 50 coin pieces and you rode this platform, that flagpole would be basically an outline. You can stand on the block and nothing will happen. And you can't go back. So you are required to complete the entire challenge in order to get that flagpole to appear. Wimmy is the third runner to be completed the challenge. And based on where we have Go, the Go came at about 2:28, and we had our first finish at about 2:43. So that was over a 15-minute marathon today. That was a very efficiently run marathon by our top three runners. 15, 20 minutes, and 22 minutes for our top three finishers. Not too bad at all. And looks like we are going to continue to follow Knack here as he is doing some practice of Forgotten. Looks like Forgotten Palace is the level he's doing right now, so he's working on that right now. Wimmy, meanwhile, is also going to Forgotten Palace. He is working on that as his first speedrun level. So if you can figure out the best way to get around these Buzzy Beetles, you're going to be able to find a way to, if you can find a way to optimize that, you're going to be able to get to a good time in this. That is the challenge of this level, to deal with those Buzzy Beetles. Other than that, if you can avoid the ghost, you're good to go. This can be a tough level to optimize. We're going to see how well these runners do at it. Knack is going as quickly as he can here to get through to the keys. He knows where everything is now, so it's no longer about figuring it out. It's about just getting to what you need. Oro is working on Ruining Christmas. Fury Agent is working at about the 23-minute point of his race. He didn't get the second bomb jump, but he did get the first, went back, gave it a second try, hit the bomb anyway. Gonna have to try that again. It looks like Oro got grinded. And that off switch does release those boos and the Monty Mole in a hurry. There is a conveyor belt controlling that. A very small conveyor belt as well. So it's easy to take an immediate hit from those boos and lose that mushroom almost immediately. He does get away this time without taking a hit. Does bounce off. Now, it's important to note when you're doing a speed run of a level, if you're trying to get the fastest time and you've hit a checkpoint, you actually will, any time increment after that will add to the time. So you could end up having a 5, 6, 7 minute time, even if you think your time was faster, because you have 4 minutes of time lost from the point where you hit the checkpoint and all the dust you had in between. That time would count. If you were to start the level over, that time would not count. So we'll see what Knack comes up with here, and I'll try to take a look if I can, as he's coming to the end of the level right now. And he does complete the level, and he does have a 196 on his timer, but I think that's what it said. But that will not mean anything here. What matters is what the time down here on the screen says. I see I think that was a 153 I saw there, if I read that correctly. And you may have heard the camera snap. He did take a picture of that. He had a 130. Apparently that was a world record. I didn't even catch it. Apparently that was a world record. I was looking at the wrong time, apparently. No, it was a 151. It's being confirmed. So Oro is still working on Ruining Christmas, and so is Fury Agent. I believe these are still for the regular marathon. These are not speedrun attempts yet. Knack, meanwhile, has moved on to Ruining Christmas to see if he can find a good time on that one. He's happy with his first time on Forgotten Palace. Wimmy is continuing to work at Forgotten Palace, trying to get a time on that. I think the strategy will be for the runners to get a time on it, see if they can get close to the world record, and if so, they may be happy with that. And then they can go from there to see if they want to optimize further after they get a time registered for all 3 levels. So they're probably going to pick the level they think they can optimize the most, optimize as much as they can, then move on to another level and try to optimize that. They do get, I believe, 40 minutes to do that. It does eat in... I believe it is counting as part of the marathon time for some of these runners as well that are a little further behind. So some runners may not get all the time. Knack realizing just now that he forgot that he has to use the skull platform. So he's going to have to start that level again, try it one more time. And Wimmy is going through as quick as he can, doing very good time on the first part of this palace. The coin block is on top. That has the key. Oro is going through challenge number 1 again on Christmas, and Rooney Christmas. Fear Agent on the final part of the stage right now. Final challenge, rather, not the final part. We'll see if he has any trouble with getting through the coins here. He looks like he got the coin on the first go, did realize the P-switch does reappear, and is just trying to complete this now. If he can do this, he'll get through the level. And Wimmy is working with the second key right now. Finds a 1-up. He doesn't need the 1-up because this mode doesn't require those. Fear Agent finds the pit after the skull platform, and even though he did all 3 challenges, he has to do them all again. And I will be honest, I did that my first go at this too, so that is understandable. That's an understandable thing to have happen. So as we have a couple speedrun attempts going on the left, and actually it looks like we're substituting in another runner here from the looks of it. I see we blanked that screen. We'll update that in a moment. But as we have speedruns for Knack right now, we have Oro and Fear Agent trying to finish their marathon. Just want to remind you, you will get an opportunity to vote on the level you thought was the best level of the week. We'll be doing that later. We've now seen all 7 levels. So feel free to try some of those levels yourself. We'll see if we can get those codes in chat again for you, so you can try some of the levels yourself if you wish to as well. And we'll see if we can we'll see what the best level of the week is. So I'm being asked in chat to explain briefly what the rules of the race are. The rules of the marathon segment are they need to complete all of our runners need to complete all of the levels selected in a sequential order. Once they complete the last level, they are completed the race, and they can have their time documented, so to speak. And that will be how the order of finish in the marathon segment is completed. We then have a speedrun segment, which is just like any other speedrun you do in Super Mario Maker 2, and or even in regular Super Mario Maker, where you just try to find the best time, try to get the best time that you can, optimize the level as well as you can. Whoever gets the best time on each level will be the winner for each level. Knack doing a leap of faith and missing at the very end there. Sees the flagpole, falls in front of it. There is going to be a third segment as well, I believe, which is going to be a speed run through as many levels, random levels, as you can in regular challenge mode as well. And the highest number in that will be the winner. And being added in chat that the 2 streamers on the right, as we welcome Andrew G to the stream, by the way. I believe he's doing the marathon still. So welcome Andrew G to the stream. We now have 3 runners still in the marathon. So all 3 parts of this, all 3 events of this, I guess is the best way to put it, add up to determine who is the top runner of the week. And that runner will receive glory and praise from his fellow peers. And maybe a couple fish shakes, and I'll get you next time. You know, the normal evil things. So Knack is working his way through the 3rd challenge of Ruining Christmas right now. He is the only runner of the ones on the screen right now who is in speedrun mode. He is getting... I feel he'll get to the end this time. I think he will get it. Andrew G, meanwhile, comes out of the first pipe, going into the second pipe once again. Fear Agent back in the first challenge. You have to feel for Fear Agent. He did have all 3 50 coin pieces collected, but then he overshot the jump and missed the opportunity to ride to the flagpole. That was all he needed, and he has to do all these challenges again. Very, very challenging challenges as well. And obviously understandable that may be one of those things that get a runner a little upset. It definitely surprised me at first having to do all those again. Energy does hit the skull platform. He is going to ride to the end, and he will land right on the flagpole. Andrew G is done. And doing a quick check in the chat, he is the 5th runner done. We also had Oro registering as being done. Looks like that... Oh, well, I guess Oro is on the speedrun segment. He must have registered and done earlier, and I didn't catch it. So Oro is also on the speedrun segment at this point. Comment in chat, good to end on a hard one. I do agree. I did find this was one of the more challenging levels that we could put in this week. And our other testers agreed, and we decided this was a fitting conclusion to this challenge. So Oro getting the second coin, going to try and get through the final section as fast as possible. Fear Agent also marking he's done. He's moved on to accurately appropriate airships. So all runners on our screen right now are in speedrun mode. I'm going to see if I can get some information as to how long speedrun will go here. I don't think I have that information quite yet. I'm being updated. There are no other runners doing the marathon right now. That is all of our marathon runners. I'm also being given some information to mention here that we do have a $100 prize pool each week. So I should point out that I mentioned the level designers can win some money. So can the players. If you are the top runner each week, you get part of that $100 prize pool. I believe second place also gets it. And same with level designers. I believe it's 30 and 20 respectively. So 30 for the top runner, 30 for the top level designer, 20 for the second of each, and that's your $100 prize pool. So if you want to try and win some money playing Super Mario Maker, this is the place to do it. Either design a cool level and have the runners try their best to complete it fast, or if you are really good at the game yourself, come in, play some levels with us, and see if you can take home the prize. So we have the code up for Forgotten Palace right now. That's the level that Knack is running right now. You'll see that Andrew G is on accurately appropriate airships, as is Oro, and I believe Fear Agent is on that level as well. We should probably put that level on the screen because 3 of our runners are on that. That level code is F03WLD6JG, and that we'll see if we can update that as 3 of our runners are on that level. But the level you're seeing on Knack's screen is the one on the display right now. That is Forgotten Palace. That is he's playing right now. And very nice keys tactics by Andrew G. Getting the last coin and quickly running back. He's going back in the first pipe. I wonder if it might have been quicker to do the second, just go to the second pipe, but maybe he's decided this is a quicker way to do it, and he's giving it a try both ways to see what the best way to do it is, I believe. Ooh, Knack trying a stylish jump to get to the bottom quickly. I don't know if you noticed what he just did. He's trying to use that Buzzy Beetle, bounce off of it, and get to the area where the key is quickly. If he can pull this off, that would be a really huge time save of about, I want to say about 4 or 5 seconds, maybe more, having to run across the top. So he's going to give that a try and see if he can pull that off. He's too low on that attempt. The Buzzy Beetle hit him. He has to fall at a level where he is just above the shell where he can still bounce off of it. So that is a very, very tricky jump to pull off. I'm watching to see if he can do that. He's too high this time. Well, it looks like he's given up on that. He's may come back to that. Oh, no, he's going to play it again. So Fear Agent going through the coins right now. This is a really good level. The accurately appropriate airships is a really good level to try to optimize because if you can figure out the best way to get through the red coins, you will have the quickest way to get through the level. And get the quickest time on it. So I think accurately appropriate airships from a speedrun perspective is a fantastic test to figure out the best route, the best way to route through actually a very nicely designed level as well. This is actually one of the levels that I personally think is one of the better levels of the week, just because of the way it's designed for speedrun, and how there's also the little initial challenge for a marathon. So very good level. I'm actually hoping that that's one of our top levels this week. But if it isn't, whatever you guys decide is the top level this week is what matters. Whatever everyone as a whole decides. I'm not the one that makes that decision. Knack is working through the Forgotten Palace right now, trying to get through the second section. A couple Buzzy Beetles he thought he needed to wait for. Fear Agent has moved on to Ruining Christmas. 2 of our runners are still on accurately appropriate airships. Fear Agent avoiding the grinder. And looks like Knack is in the final section of Forgotten Palace right now. This could be a tricky area to get through because you want to avoid getting hit by the ghosts. You have to jump over them very carefully or try to outrun them from the left. Knack does get through, takes the damage boost off the spike. I don't think he intended that one. He probably wanted to use it somewhere else. So he's gonna have to stop and get the mushroom here, and then he's gonna take a hit anyway as he waits for the blocks to disappear. So a lifesaver there, to put it one way. He's at the end of the section right now. Fear Agent back at the start of Ruining Christmas. Looks like Oro has moved on to Forgotten Palace. Let's see if we can put that one back up, as we have 2 runners there now. Knack is coming to the end of the level right now. And he completes it, and what is his time going to be? He has a 1:35.43, and that is a new world record, ladies and gentlemen, for that level. I have a feeling he's going to pop off of that and move on to another level. And it looks like he is going to move on to Ruining Christmas. Is it Ruining Christmas he's going to, or is he going to airships? He's going to airships. We have the code on screen right now for Ruining Christmas. We have Fear Agent playing that level right now that you see the code for on your screen. Fear Agent is in there right now. Andrew G is still on accurately appropriate airships. Oro is on Forgotten Palace, and Knack has joined Andrew G on accurately appropriate airships. So now Knack has to do the challenge trying to figure out the best way to optimize these coins. The 10 coin piece does not matter. All that matters are the red coins. If you can get those as quickly as possible, you can get a good time on this. He missed a coin along the way somewhere, and he may be trying to think of a way to do the bottom road at this point. So he is going to be trying to plan that a little better for the next run. He's trying to figure out where that 5th coin is again right now. There it is. He just found it, so he's going to start over. And I'm being told the first level that he did, the Ruining Christmas, was also a world record. It looks like I missed that world record time. And Energy comes to the end of accurately appropriate airships. I'm going to see what his time is here, if we can catch it. It looks like he has a new record. Looks like about 26 and some seconds. I couldn't tell on the quality on my end here, but it's 26 point something is what I saw, and it is a new world record. So that is for accurately appropriate airships. He's going to hang around, try to optimize it just a little better. Missed the jump into the pipe, so he's going to do it again. I have speedrun a few levels myself, so once you know the path to your level, once you have a good time, you know that one mistake does mess up your movement, and you're not going to get a record at that point. So you try to optimize as much as you can, and once you have a level that you feel is run that you feel is not able to be optimized really much further, you move on to something else. Knack is going to now come to the end of the airships level again. Oro, meanwhile, and that airships is the code you see on the screen right now. Oro is trying to do that same jump that Knack tried to do in Forgotten Palace. We'll see if he can pull it off. Knack going to clock in a time for airships. Andrew G, meanwhile, is working on airships himself. Fear Agent is still working on ruining Christmas. Does get through the coins this time, no problem. Just has to hit the flag, falls into the gap there, loses a little movement, but going to ride the skull platform. Is he going to try and do a leap of faith to get to the end, or is he going to just wait? He is going to do a leap of faith. He is going to get it. He had a little more room to spare there, but he does get the flag. Let's see what he gets for a time. Andrew G is going to get a time on airships as well. Actually, he was doing it in the wrong mode, so he's going to have to do it. I don't think Fear Agent realizes he has to do the levels in course world mode. He can't do them in this mode to register a time. So hopefully he's updated on that so he's made aware. And I'm being asked to remind everyone that, again, that you are able to vote on the level that you feel is your favorite level of the week. The voting poll is now open. The code is in the chat, strawpoll.me, and the number you see there. So open that link. You can get a look at what the levels are and see what the level is. Pick the level you like the most. And again, the winner of this gets 30 bucks. This runner-up gets 20 bucks. So pick the level you like, and we're going to get the results of that. We're going to keep an eye on that as the broadcast goes on, but we're going to get the results of that, most importantly, at the end of the broadcast. So get your votes in. Mac putting in a time on airships. And his time is not a record, just shy of the record, it looks like. Energy is working on Forgotten Palace right now. Fear Agent is also on Forgotten Palace. We have two of our runners in that level right now. We are swapping in another runner on top, it looks like. I see that the name up there has disappeared, so we are going to get someone else on the stream here in a moment. And that completes another run of accurately appropriate airships. We're going to get another time in for him. Will this be a new world record? It will not be. About 0.3 of a second shy of the world record at this point. It looks like Chaos or Coas, I'm not sure which name I should be using, is joining us now. He is going to... looks like we're going to get to see his face cam on the screen here, so we're going to get a little bit of that too. But we do have him on right now, and we are seeing that he is also on speedrun mode. He did finish earlier on the marathon. First time seeing him on stream, so welcome to the stream. And Energy doing a nice jump over the Panorama to get to the first key door, and then jumps right into the Buzzy Beetle that's above him going for the mushroom. That is extremely unfortunate. Looks like Coas Legion is working on Forgotten Palace, or no, on Ruining Christmas right now, sorry. He's on the third challenge of that right now. Get the third of the 50 coin pieces to try to get to the end. Is he going to get through? He is going to get through. Plenty of time to spare. Mac is still working on airships. Decides to try a different route this time, doing the front route and getting the lower coin first. Now he's going to work his way around. Try to find the red coins quickly. And he's going to go in the back pipe to exit this time, it looks like. That first red coin at the front is hard to optimize unless you're coming in from below. So I'm wondering if going backwards might be the better way to do this. But there are a lot of options here. I myself don't know what the fastest one is, and we're going to try and figure which route is the one that seems fastest. To answer a question, who's ahead? Really, we aren't looking at who's ahead here because everyone's doing speed runs at this point of various levels. We did have a marathon earlier, where all of our runners did run the same levels in a sequential sequence. I can tell you that the winner of that marathon was the person in the top right of your screen right now, Coas Legion. He was about 15 minutes. He was done all 7 levels in that marathon, and we're now running 3 of those levels that were from that marathon right now. Nat came second. Wimmy was our 3rd place runner. We had him on stream earlier. Oreo came in 4th. Andrew G came in 5th. Fairy Agent came in 6th. It looks like the speedrun segment will be ending at about 3:40 Eastern Time, so we have about 25 minutes more of looking through or working through these levels. At that point, we're going to move on to the final segment of our broadcast here, and we'll talk more about that when it comes up. Mac falls into a pit. It was off screen. I'm not surprised that one got him. And Andrew G is working still on Forgotten Palos. Fear Agent is with Knack on Accurately Appropriate Airships. Ruining Christmas, the level that you see the code for on the label right now, is the level that Coas Legion is working on. So again, you can get those 10 coin pieces in Accurately Appropriate Airships. They do not do anything. The goal is to get those red coins. So you just want to optimize those red coins. Of course, you may hit those coin pieces on the way. Nothing wrong doing that. You just want to make sure you try to optimize the red coins as much as you can. Coas Legion losing a little movement on this run through. Going to go ahead and start that over. Energy trying to get through this very tricky pipe and spike section of the Forgotten Palace. And now going to take a hit. Going to have to get him. Oh, he's going to get hit. He's going to get squashed. He gets through. I had to give up the mushroom, but he did get through. So he's not going to get the mushroom from that segment. And he really outran those Monty Moles. But, oh, that one just sniped him. And going to go back to the midpoint. Probably would be advised to start again at this point because the time does accumulate once you hit the midpoint. We do have Wimmy in right now. Wimmy is back on the bottom right of our screen. Going to be joining the stream again. Had him on earlier. I think we put Andrew in to feature him for a while. So we're going to cycle our runners out during these next 25 minutes to see how each of the runners is doing. And Energy has to deal with 2 Monty Moles. This could get dangerous. Oh, this is looking bad. Oh, that was inevitable. He didn't have a good placement there, and he had to avoid both 2 sets of ghosts and a shell. That was very difficult. We hear a photo snap. That was about a 26-second time I think I saw for Knack on airships, but I think that picture suggests that he got a better time, saw another world record, and thought, I'm going to try and do something else now. So I have a feeling he's moving on. Another world record has already been claimed, it looks like. Oh, nice damage boost by Andrew G to make sure he got the mushroom. Took the damage as the other mushroom came in. And as a result, he was able to stand in the ghost and wait for the blocks to disappear. Very, very nicely done. He's going to just try to force the issue himself. Very nice movement by Andrew G here in Forgotten Palace right now. Very nice movement. And he's going to get to the end, and we're going to see if he has a good time out of this, if that paid off. Looks like Knack has also joined. Actually, 3 of our runners are now on Forgotten Palace. We have about a 3:08 for Andrew G. That, again, is because he did start at the checkpoint after losing a life. So that is why it's such a high time compared to the world record, even though it looked like he did it fast. Once you hit the checkpoint, your time continues to accumulate as long as you continue to restart from that checkpoint. Knack is trying the jump of faith again here, the leap of faith, to get to the first key in Forgotten Palace. We'll get that label fixed in just a moment here. Looks like there's a little technical issue there. We'll get fixed. And Energy has moved back to Accurately Appropriate Airships. It looks like Coas also changing levels. He's going over to Forgotten Palace himself. And there, we have that fixed. There's that level on the screen again. And Knack starting Forgotten Palace again, trying to do that. Nope, not going to do the Leap of Faith this time. Going to do it the normal way. This is a little bit of a slower path as well because you have to wait for a couple extra Buzzy Beetles. So you have to wait for them going through anyway, however you do it. But it seems a little slower having to wait for them, then go back. So this is why he was trying that Leap of Faith, and 2 of our runners were doing that, at least. Energy is trying to optimize these coins again. We're down to about 20 minutes, by the way, in our speedrun segment. Then we're going to see if we can compile what the best times are for each of the courses. And Energy taking an unfortunate fall after bouncing off the, I think that was a Goomba or a cannonball he jumped off of there. Women working through Forgotten Palace. Koas is on airships himself. Jumps on top of the dry bones. I didn't know you could jump on top of the dry bones. Yeah, that's very interesting. Didn't even know that. Knack taking a hit from the Ghost riding on the Monty Mole. The Monty Mole Express, providing ghosts for your enjoyment. And now he's going to try to avoid... Oh, no. Going to get hit before the shell gets the blocks. Has to avoid damage here. Can't rush this like Oro did. He has to wait for the Ghost. He's going to ride on the vine. Nice strategy. And in the pipe he is. And he's going to try and get through quick. He gets through the last Buzzy Beetle. And let's see what his time is on that. As Oro is... It looks like Oro might be paused right now. Or I may just be lagging a little bit. Or we're just switching him in. We might be swapping him back in. So welcome back to the stream, Oro. We do have a 120... I wasn't sure if that was a 3 or a 5 for Knack. I didn't catch the ending time. So about a few seconds off the world record there. Oh, it takes a fall there. But going to give it another try. Oro getting the mushroom now. Now, if you want to avoid getting hit by these ghosts, you may want to watch how he hits the conveyor. As soon as he hits the conveyor and bounces back, that is the accurate time at which to hit the block so the Monty Mole does not surge forward into you. If he hits the conveyor as you hit the block, he will hit you almost every time. So Oro back to the beginning of Forgotten Palace. And it looks like Knack has moved on to Ruining Christmas. So we have 1 runner on Ruining Christmas, 1 runner on Accurately Amazing Airships, and 2 runners on Forgotten Palace right now. And Oro mistiming that jump, getting hit by the Buzzy Beetle. Gonna start that over. Knack through the first challenge, very nicely done. Reminder again to vote for your favorite level. Feasel's put the link in the chat again, so everyone make sure you vote for your favorite level. Feel free to try the levels that are not part of the speedrun if you want to as well, so you can see if those levels and decide if you like those levels as your potential favorite level as well, if you want to see them yourself. Or you can go back to the beginning of our broadcast and see those levels as the part of the marathon segment if you want to get a look at how our runners did on them. So I remind once again, the top runner and the top level designer will both win $30 out of our $100 prize pool today. We're going to have a second place runner-up in each of those as well. Second place player, second place level designer. They will also get $20 from that $100 prize pool. So that's how that prize pool will be split up today. I'm going to take the opportunity, since this did just come up in the chat automatically, to also remind you that we are going to, Speed Gaming will be hosting a live event October 24th to 27th in the Washington, D.C. area called Speed Gaming Live. Super Mario Maker 2 in some element will be at that event. So make sure you check out the details of the event as well, and make sure to stay tuned to Speed Gaming here, this very channel, at that time, as we will in about a month. A little less than a month and a half. We're going to have some live content coming from Washington, D.C. as part of that event. So make sure you keep your to follow the channel if you're not already following the channel. You can keep on top of that as well as everything else that happens here. We have all sorts of events. We have other Super Mario Brothers games. We have Legend of Zelda. We have Randomizer, Zelda Randomizer. We have Final Fantasy, both regular and randomizer. We have Metroid, Super Metroid, all sorts of things going on here. So make sure, and as well as a lot of other things that I haven't named. So make sure to come back and check out whatever we have going on here. Make sure to follow the channel and Speed Gaming 2 through 6 as well. So Kuas Legion is working to optimize the coins in accurately appropriate airships. He is working now. I think he's found a path he likes. He's working out, that's the last coin. So I think he's working on a path that he likes right now for this stage, and he's going to probably stick to that path now and try to get the best time off of that path. So there's the goal. And Ruining Christmas right now, this is the only entry for Dr. Lovenstein in the level designs this week. All the levels designers this week. We had Bob McName, who submitted 2 of our levels. We have Kuchiri, who submitted 1 of our levels, Just Swing It was his level. And then, obviously, Dr. Lovenstein, who you see right now on the screen. And we also, then our biggest level designer of the week was Dobbs. He submitted Port Permafrost, Bonsai Bayou, and Forgotten Palace, which is what you're seeing on the bottom screens right now. Cross Legion completes another run of airships. I think he's got this level pretty much down to a science now, but not quite the world record. Looks like just a couple tenths of a second shy or something in that range of the world record. Doesn't like his movement, going to start that over, and that completes and takes a shot of a 49. I think that was a 49.018 that he had. Good time, just shy of the record there himself. The record was a 48xx, whatever those numbers were. I'm going to actually see if I can check on my own system what the actual records are right now to keep an update here. So I'll try to keep you updated as we move on. Oro and Wimmy both working on Forgotten Palace. Oro is on the second section right now. There's a key in a block here he has to get. Wimmy already has that key, so Oro is right behind him. Knack has moved on to working on the airships level. Gonna see if he can get. He did get a world record on this level earlier, but it looks like he has been beaten in that record since. Let's see what Knack gets for a clear time here. He is 26. Record is 25. So he might be thinking he doesn't have the right route anymore. Kate Koas, meanwhile, has moved on to Forgotten Palace. So 3 of our runners are now on Forgotten Palace. Wimmy taking a death from the falling Buzzy Beetle there. Oro is at the end and trying to avoid the ghost. Oh, too tight. Too tight of a space to get in and out of. So taking a quick look at the records I'm seeing right now, currently the world record for Ruining Christmas is 158.45. Kuchiri is currently holding that record. Moving down to Bonsai. Actually, no, that's not the level we're doing. We're doing Forgotten Palace. I'm showing currently the record I'm showing for Forgotten Palace, I don't believe is someone in this race. If I'm wrong, I will be corrected. It's a 227.19. And the world record on accurately appropriate airships is currently 46.52 is what I'm seeing. That does not sound right. I'm sure we've beaten that by now. I think we saw some 25 and 26 second times on that. So my game is not updated, apparently. I'll try to fix that. So it looks like 2 of our runners have the key in the second section of the Forgotten Palace right now. Koa's going back to the beginning of the level. Knack is putting in another time for airship. And he does not have a record on that. He is 0.6 of a second shy, about 5.5 tenths actually, shy of the record. Decides that's good enough for now. Back over to Ruining Christmas. I should point out we were down to 10 minutes left in our speedrun segment as well. We have 10 minutes left in the speedruns. And I believe whatever run the runners are on at the time that time expires, they will be allowed to finish that run. And then after that, there's no more runs. Okay, so I've updated my information here. The record I'm showing on Forgotten Palace right now is 1:16:57.9. 1:16.579. The record holder of that just cycled out for Andrew G. That was Koas, who has that record right now on Forgotten Palace. Ruining Christmas is currently a 48.411. That is also Koas. And Accurate Appropriate Airships is currently being held with a 25.379. And I don't know if that is someone in our race, so I'm going to hold off the name right now on that. Once again, make sure you, for those of you watching live, if you're watching on YouTube, by the way, thank you for joining us after the fact. Feel free to come by next week and watch us live if you wish. We are on at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we are running Super Mario Maker levels each week, and we're giving away cash prizes. So for those of you who are watching live, however, again, click on that straw poll, and we're going to ask you if you wish. You don't have to, but if you wish, we would love you to vote for what you think the best level is of the week. I'm going to get a look right now and see what is ahead here. So if I click on the results, I'll reserve my vote in case there's a tie. But I do see that Forgotten Palace is currently leading that poll. Ruining Christmas is coming second. And then 2 levels that are not in our speedrun segment, Just Wing It and Banzai Bayou, are coming up third here. So those are the levels that are currently in the running for level of the week. Make sure to get your votes in. And looks like we have Wimmy and Andrew G doing level cycling here. We're now on Ruining Christmas for Andrew G. Wimmy is on Forgotten. Well, is he going to play Forgotten Palace? We don't know yet. Oro is playing Forgotten Palace meanwhile. He is trying to get through as quickly as possible here. Koa is, again, the one who holds the world record for this currently. He is one of our runners in this race, or in these speedrun attempts. And a comment in the chat that someone likes the name Wimmy, hoping they win. Just want to remind you, you can also follow our runners if you want. We'll get their links in the chat here. And the 4 that are on the screen right now are up there. As if we cycle the other runners back in, we'll get the links up again for them as well. So you can follow all the runners that we are showcasing here today. And we hear a Goomba getting killed. Very gruesome sound. So that means that Knack is on Ruining Christmas. So is Andrew G. So Andrew G is just ahead of him going through the second segment right now, following the third segment. Again, these are speedrun attempts. This is no longer the marathon. They are doing this at their own pace. And Andrew G gets through. Good run through the coins there. This should be a good time for him. Let's see how good it is. As he goes to fall down, he doesn't want to waste any time on the cloud. Oh, he missed the platform. Tried the leap of faith and it cost him. There is no way to make that jump without using the platform. Wimmy has moved into the Forgotten Palace and didn't start right away, so he's going to start over so he can get a good speed run at it. Nice finish there by Knack on the ruining Christmas level. Christmas has now been ruined again. And let's see what he has. He has a 48-811, I believe is what that said. And two of our runners are on Ruining Christmas. Two of our runners are on Forgotten Palace. We are cycling the speedrun levels in the label right now. Right now you see the code for Ruining Christmas. We'll see if we can get all the levels in chat later on. All levels are featured. In fact, I'll see if I can work on that while I'm talking here, which may be a little challenging. So not going through the second, well, that's the first challenge of Ruining Christmas. Andrew G trying to do the P-Switch coin rush right now. Is he going to get through quickly? Yes, he will. Let's see if he misses the jump this time or if he takes the platform. You have to take the platform. You can't do it without taking the platform. He is going to ride it this time. And where is he going to jump off? He's going to try and jump off right there. And nope, a little bit further. So at least he knows where the rail ends. That's where he tried to jump off and he was just shy. So go slightly further and you should be able to make it quickly. Wimmy with the first key in Forgotten Palace, right behind Oro, who's now on the second segment. I gotta love the sound effects you get to see here in some of these levels. So Wimmy coming to the mole challenge right now. Let's see if he hits the block. Nope, he hit it right away, but got lucky and got away. So here it is. He's going to make his way through the second one. He's going to jump on a vine, jump on a second vine, which is necessary. Now we did see a nice strategy earlier with the mushroom where someone stood in between, took the hit the mushroom as he took the hit, and got through that very cleanly. Wimmy just keeps it completely clean, doesn't even take the damage. Is going to try and get through. He gets through very nicely. This should be a really good time for Wimmy, I think. Let's see what he ends up with. This should be a really good time. Oro is meanwhile on the second segment of the level. 1:19. It is 3 seconds shy of the record, but still a really good time. So for those who are watching live, I just posted the level codes of all the levels from today's broadcast in the chat. I've gone ahead and put those in for you. So feel free to check out again any of those levels that we do have. We had the levels today of accurately appropriate airships, which you can currently see Knack is running right now as a speed run. Port Permafrost, we had there should only be one level. We have Just Swing It, which was the dark level with the cranes. We have Bonsai Bayou, Bonsai Bills you have to bounce off of to get through accurately. Forgotten Palace, and Ruining Christmas. Those last two also are among our speedrun levels. And there's a link again to vote on a straw poll for your favorite level of all the levels you saw today. Go ahead and get your votes in. We will announce the winner at the end of this broadcast. And there's a picture. I missed the time, unfortunately, for Knack there, but it does not look like it was a world record. So he's going to give it another shot. We are down. We actually are at the end of our time right now, so I believe time is going to be called. In fact, time has been called. So if I believe the runners are going to get to finish their current runs if they're currently on a run, and then they'll see the channel and see that they need to stop. So Energy will clock this in. This should be his last run. Wimmy has already stopped. It looks like Knack has stopped. Oro is going to try to finish this run. Energy is back to Course World, so he does realize time is up. Oro is starting another run. This run, unfortunately, if he were to do it, will not count. Time has expired 4 runs. So we'll see if we can get Oro reset, and we'll get ready for the last segment of our event while everyone else is already on standby here that we can see. And he has seen now that time is up and has ended out. So we are going to get ready for the final part of our challenge, of our event today. Now, what we have here coming up, I believe, is a 20-minute normal difficulty challenge mode of random levels. We'll get to that in a moment, but first we're going to find our best times for each of the runners. You're going to see the 4 on the screen. There's 2 again off screen. At last check, Koa had the world record for 2 of our levels. So we're going to get reports in the race channel. I'm going to report information that I see here. Fear Agent has reported his times off stream. He had on accurately appropriate airships a 25.879. Ruining Christmas had a 56.774. And it looks like Forgotten Palace he's trying to get right now. So just an example, they're going to be posting times like that. And I'm going to try to give you a record of what the top 3 times were on each level, if we can get them. I'm going to help work on that too a little bit here. So I may go into radio silence for a moment. Apologies for that. So I'm taking a look right now at the times here. We're going to get an official ruling on this as well. So whatever happens, we're going to get an official ruling. It looks like one of our runners unfortunately did not manage to get pictures of his times on a couple of his levels. That is truly unfortunate. So it looks like we won't be able to get times for him. He would be able to go back to the stream to see what those times are, but taking a picture of the time is the best way to make sure we record the time. That way, whatever time you get a picture of for that level, we can record that for you for that level right away. So taking a look, I'm looking at Coas Legion's times. I know he had 2 of the world records initially. It looks like he may have been unofficially beaten on one of those world records I reported about 10 minutes ago. The other one I'm trying to get insight on right now. We have some nearly identical times on some of our runners here. This is pretty good. Looks like we don't have a quick glimpse of the best times for one of our runners. So this this will be a little delay getting the times for our best runners here. I don't want to announce results and then have to go back and correct them. So I'm going to hold off announcing results right now. But we do have 2 runners who are looking at their VOD to try to find some times right now. So we might have a few minute intermission here while we look into that. And I'm going to also try to work on that to make sure we get those times for you as well. So if you need a moment to go get some popcorn or something, here's your chance to do it. We are going to be starting with the final part of the broadcast, which is that 20-minute, unless I'm going to confirm, I believe it is 20 minutes that we're going to be running on endless mode. And we're going to be getting ready for that in a few minutes. And thank you for sticking with us. We hope you got your popcorn and whatever you need to enjoy a nice endless marathon here. We have a 20-minute race of random levels coming at you here for the Super Mario Maker 2 weekly event. We already had it. I'm Cyclone again, and I have been joining you for these past hour and a half or so here. And we have started off by running a marathon of 7 levels. A lot of very quick levels in that marathon as well. Our top time was about 15 minutes, which is registered by the runner on the top right of your screen, Coas Legion. And we had 6 or 7 racers in that, I believe. Very quick times on the marathon this week, 3 sub-half hours. So what we followed that is a series of endless speed runs, which ended about 17 minutes ago. We're still working to compile the results on that. We do have some unofficial results. We need to verify some things, but we're going to try to get that confirmed. We are now starting an endless run, 20 minutes on normal difficulty. And this is going to be an interesting element to work on here. We're going to try and keep track of how many levels each runner has cleared, by the way. But the runners will all be getting different levels. So part of the challenge to winning in this kind of a setup is to find levels that can be completed quickly or at least very easily. If you end up on a level that has a troll block or something like that, you probably want to move on to another level. You probably don't want to spend too much time on it. And because you're probably going to find those everywhere in that level and you want to move on. But if you find a level that doesn't seem very difficult, doesn't seem very long, go get it done and add it to your count. If you find one that just seems to taking too long, or you get far in it, it would take another 2 minutes to get through it again. Probably best to move on and find another quick level. So the runners will have to decide for themselves which kind of levels they want to try and work on here. It looks like Darius, who has been with us for the entire series, by the way, we just didn't get him on stream, unfortunately. He's got a tornado level, and these tornado mechanics can be very tricky to work with. So this is going to be one of those levels that is not very fun to clear. Oro is working on a desert level. It doesn't look too bad, but it looks like he does have to use a Super Ball to apparently to try to hit a P-switch. This is easier said than done. This is not an easy task. He does hit it, though. Wimmy has moved on to a level with a lot of flying blocks in it. Enters a door, and that's a troll level. He's skipping that. Not going to stay around there. Koas is currently in Pipeland, it looks like. And he's going to hit start over because he got himself into a dead end. Now, you may notice that Oro has a countdown running on his screen right now, so this will give us a general idea how much time is left in the 20-minute cycle. That is what you are seeing on the screen right now here. Now, it looks like Darius is running his timer up, so we do have 2 reverse timers here. They're not quite synced up, but that is fine. We're not going to worry too much about syncing that. So Wimmy is currently working on a, looks like the blocks, those, I'm trying to remember what the term for them is, those beat blocks what they're called, and he has figured out the level he's in is going to take a long time, and he has moved on to find another quicker level to do. And he also has a timer on the screen now. Now, since we don't know if the runners started in perfect sync or not, we're going to go by 20 minutes on their timer. They started the timer when they started. We're going to go by whatever their timer says. So again, we're not going to worry about syncing these up. These are going to be as you see them live, and we're going to follow them that way. Koas is going through a fire bar level right now. There's found an on-off switch, so that means that he's going to have to move some blocks out of the way periodically throughout this level, it looks like. I don't like the look of this level that Oro is in right now.
Oh, no.
I have a feeling he may not be staying here very long, but let's see what we have. He's going to have to spin along the swamps at the top. Oh, bonsai bills everywhere. This is, well, might be an easy level. Maybe he'll get to the end quickly here. Yeah, that's the end of the map, and that is the end of the level. If he can wait for those piranhas to jump, he is good. He actually got the clear on that. Very nicely done. And Koas Legion is down to 2 lives. Now, you want to try and get levels that can give you a lot of lives early on as well. The reason for that is because if you can, and you have to clear the level to get those lives as well. If you can put aside some lives, then that means you can take some deaths in the later levels that you might not otherwise be able to afford to take. Koas is down to his last life right now. If he loses this life, he's has to start over and go from the beginning with fresh 5 lives, and he will lose his count. Wimmy, meanwhile, does clear another level, and this one he had to push an on-off switch to get the gold inside of those disappeared red blocks. So he's on 2 right now. This is now his 3rd level. Darius finding a Yoshi, a red Yoshi that breathes fire, and loses the red Yoshi that breathes fire. So he's going to have to continue without that red Yoshi that breathes fire. Oh, that's definitely not a chain of you want to see. All those bullet bills. Oro finding a so tough remark in a level. I think his controller might have died or something. That's unfortunate. So we'll see if we can cycle another runner in here in the event that he's not able to get going again. In the meantime, Koas has moved on to a level with some mushroom platforms and conveyor belts and some note blocks. This looks like a very quick level to run. This is a good selection to run through, it looks like. Darius has found a castle level. Oh, we have a flying boom boom boss battle. If Darius is not able to clear this right now, I actually wonder if it might be better to move to another level because boss battles are known to take a little while here. But he does get through it very quickly. Very nicely done. Just get through the Goombas. Damage boost while he's invincible, and he's through the Goombas. All these items are just slowing him down now. All the note blocks. Nock has been swapped in. He is now on the first level. Looks like he might have had to start over himself here, unfortunately. So he's on 6 lives right now. And apparently, Darius is picking up a world record in that level he just completed. Unfortunately, won't do anything for our world record runs because that wasn't one of our world record runs. But we'll... Very nice getting world record. Very nicely done. So you have 50 coin piece inside of the poison where Koas is right now. We have tornadoes. That poison is still rising. And it's going to have to fall for him to continue, it looks like. Oh, he found a jump to a spike there. Very nice. And riding the cranes, and he is out. Another quick level. So Koas is finding some good levels right now to work with. Nock is in a new Super Mario Brothers style themed level with the cat suit. Darius gets a game over. He's going to be back to the beginning of the count. Nock has found a boss battle. And we now have a Super Mario World themed level on Wimmy, and we just swapped him out for Andrew G, who just completed level. Let's see where Andrew G is right now in terms of his count. Koas is riding a Thwomp, and I've envisioned doing a level somewhat like this with a Thwomp. Very nice concept. I love this concept. And the goal is right there. It looks like there's troll blocks. This is something that Koas does not want to play with right now. So while I like the concept, I don't like the concept with the troll blocks. That level is disgusting. And we have the I don't remember the name, but the girl Boom Boom, whatever her name is. Maybe someone in chat can help me with that. And Nock finishes that battle and comes through a door right on top of the flagpole. Just a convenient door hanging in space, and there you go. Pom Pom, that's the name. Thank you. Ooh, I hear beat blocks. And has to push a bully out of the way. Darius does and falls right in after him. Koas finds a bit of a desert oasis here. Well, not desert oasis, more of a jungle oasis. Some bullet bills, blaster things that are walking on top of enemies. That is kind of creepy. At least that's what I saw. Maybe that wasn't what happened. Andrew is down another level, and I didn't see what his count was. I'll see what it is now. Oh, Andrew is doing very well. That was his 10th level cleared. He's now on his 11th level. His high score, it looks like, is 19. I'm going to guess that came from last week. So that's where his high score is right now. Darius is going to try the beat block madness again. It looks like he's dealing with winds in this level. I see a wind on the screen, so that seems to be what might have put him in the pit before. Now he's going to try to get through dealing with those winds. Winds are very challenging to deal with. They can really hamper with your movement. They can make it difficult to make jumps that are otherwise normally easy to make, or make you overshoot jumps that are normally normal jumps. We have Hammer Brothers, it looks like. I see a red coin level on Andrew G right now. Nock, meanwhile, coming to the end of a level. I'll see if we can get an update as to where he is. I'm looking at the life count for Andrew G. He's found 18 lives, so he's in really, really good shape right now. Nock's timer appears to have been reset, so we'll dispense with the timer here. But he's on his 6th level, or yeah, 6th level it looks like. Oh, and Darius getting another game over. That is unfortunate. So yeah, the problem again with the game over is that it resets your count back to 0. You have to start over. Now I don't know if the high count you get for a prior run will count towards the end or only where you end up. That's the rule I don't end up. We'll try and get a clarification on that. But yeah, having to start over does put you back at 0. You do have to literally do everything all over again. It really is unfortunate when that happens. And we have freed a large boom boom on Knack's screen. And he realizes that pipe does nothing, so he's going to do a leap of faith, find out there's nothing there. I don't think he's going to stay here. 12 lives left. He's good on lives right now. He's going to give it another run, and yeah, that's enough for him. Trying to skip and having a difficult time skipping, apparently. Actually, he's going to give it another run. I thought I was trying to skip. My mistake. We found a bunch of... Oh, this is one of those levels that is a quick level for Coas, but it looks like it is also a get to the goal as quick as you can. You have 10 seconds. You have to deal with all these ridiculously nasty trampolines at the end. Can he get through quickly? Will he do it? Oh, he got it. Very nicely done. And we hear P-Switch music. So that's 3 levels for Coas. Now, while we are working on the endless mode, I want to remind the runners, or remind the viewers once again, to vote on the level you thought was the best level of the week. I'm sure our runners will get their votes in on that as well at some point later on when we're finished. And we're going to announce the winner of the best level of the week at the end of the broadcast. We did have a straw poll. I don't have it on hand right now, but hopefully we can get that up in the chat again. And there it is. Thank you, Mind of Me, who's working behind the scenes for the help on that as well. So we do have that poll. Go and vote on that poll if you are watching us live. And we will announce at the end of the broadcast what the best levels are in the mind of our viewers. Darius has found his way into a ghost house. Knack is, a bunch of boss enemies inside. Is this going to be one of those ones he has to kill for a red coin just to get? I am surprised that Knack is not moving on here. He is moving on. Definitely a wise decision on that level, I think. That one will take all day. And Coas dealing with a Bob-omb block wall right now. And, oh, some large chain chomps, but the end of the level's right there. Not bad. And Knack finding a bunch of POW blocks, and when they are destroyed, they spell out ZB. I'm not sure what ZB stands for. And Darius Spiegel, what up? Doesn't make the jump out of the swamp accurately, and does have to finish the level to get that one up. It doesn't just count in his tally. He has to finish the level to get that one up. Coas finishing a poison level. Andrew G taking a death at the start of this level. 15 lives, in good shape still. We're down to about a little more over 5 minutes left. In terms of live, we're less than 5 minutes left, but we're on stream. We're about 5 minutes left now in the endless run, and we are going to be keeping track again of the highest score in these runs. Coas finding a Super Mario Brothers 3 themed level. Looks like we might be. Is Darius paused, or are we swapping him out? Okay, Fury Agent is being swapped back in. We've not seen him yet in these endless runs. And Looks like at this point he is starting over a new run. It looks like he might have had a 9. I don't know because we didn't actually see that on our end. But he is starting a new run, it looks like, at this phase. He must have run out of lives at one point. Next, starting a level called WW2. Knack was considering a skip there, decided not to do it. Koas has found the end of the level. And looks like Fear has found a mushroom in another stage here. This is a snow-themed stage, so ice physics may be at play here. Koa's down to 8 lives. Lives don't really matter too much at this point as long as you have at least 5 or so left, because there's only 3 minutes left. Koa's finding a run under the icicles. This is pretty automatic. Nothing to really do here. You have to hit that off switch, but other than that, automatic. Actually, and Knack is about halfway through that map, so it looks like he's on about level 8 or 9. I didn't see the exact number. I need to get another look at where Andrew G is right now. So when he finishes this level, we'll get a glimpse. He just destroyed a Bowser. He's getting very good numbers, or very good levels here today. That is 16. He's done one map. He's on to the next map. So he's on level 17 now. That, I'm sure, is, if not our leader, definitely one of our top contenders for that today. And a Super Mario World, rather, theme level. Looks like Fear is dealing with some clown cars with fire in them. Koas is finishing a level right now. Knack is doing a skip. That is 9 levels for Koas. Knack is on a level called Boom Boom, so I think we're going to see Boom Boom in this level. And reach the goal after defeating all 1 Boom Boom with the hammer. And there's Thwomps here. This is not pleasant. So he's going to probably wait for the Thwomp. Oh, no, going to go in the pipe this time. Fear Agent, meanwhile, actually, Koas is on another pipe level on New Super Mario World theme. New Super Mario on the new format. We have on-off switches in Fear Agent's level. Knack has found Boom Boom. Has destroyed Boom Boom. And the flagpole has appeared, showing that he has completed the mission. Hammer, level done. Koa is up to 11. This is his 11th level. Andrew G has found a clown car. Has found a key at the bottom of the screen. Is gonna go and look for a dev exit, it looks like. Oh, nope, found a key up there. I guess this is a find the keys level. There's the 3rd key. So how many keys? Oh, he needs at least... There's all 4 keys. He's good. He can just go through the doors at this point, I believe, and he is done. Which does not explain why he's over here. So Koa is working his way through the doors right now. Knack is at the end of a level and is thinking something is wrong here. He has quit selected. He is saving. Looks like time has expired on the run. So it looks like he is at 8 levels. Knack is at 8 levels. We don't see some of our Austrian runners, but Knack is at 8 levels. We're going to get a look now at Koa, who is at 11 levels. Andrew G. I don't know if that last clear will count, so we will get an unofficial count here. On his end, I think that was maybe his 18th level at that point. But that one may not count because I think it came after time. We will get some official results on that. And we will also get the official results of the speed run category of the event as well as we move on here. So we do have one of our helpers behind the scenes, again, minded me. Thank you so much for your help on this as well today. Trying to do help behind the scenes to get us some official results here. I'm going to wait before I announce the official results of the speedrun segment. I do have some unofficial numbers, so I want to make sure that what I have is also correct. I'm looking at Fear Agent's screen. I think it's saying he has 2 clears on his current run, so I guess that's what counts. Andrew's going to move on to see what his count is. That was his 18th level. I think he's going to count as a 17, but that is still probably enough to win. Again, I haven't seen 1 or 2 off-stream runners here, where they're at. I am getting a look at the poll right now to see where we are on the results. There are currently no ties on the poll, so I am still reserving my own vote. I want to give the runners a chance. I think we should give the runners a chance to vote for the level as well, so I'm going to post the link in the runners side as well. Oh, I'm being corrected on something on the endless count as well for how we're doing it here. It looks like when you game over, it does not reset your count. So I was mistaken on that. My apologies on that. I was not aware we were doing that rule. So it looks like it is still a cumulative number. So if you get 3 levels, then you get a game over, you can still continue from 3. It just won't show that on screen. So that was a detail I was not aware of. Just wanted to throw that correction in there very quickly so we have that cleared up when we get the counts. Okay, so we've been given some official results here, and I think this is our overall results. This is not a. I want to see if, I mean, for the benefit of our helper, I want to see if we can get the best times for each level as well, so I can note who did the best on each level. I don't know if we have that currently available, but I'd like to announce those 2 if possible. But what I can tell you at this time that we have as the overall winner. Number 2 in the endless, number 1 in optimization, number 1 in the marathon. Your overall winner today is Coas Legion. He is the overall winner today for today's broadcast. Now, I don't know who our second place runner is yet, but Coas Legion is definitively the winner today. So congratulations to him. Get your GGs in chat for him. We're gonna see if we can get our some of our runners in the channel to interview as well while we look for more official information as to what happened. I can give you some of the times that I did collect over the speedrun segment. The best times that I have, and I don't know if we have better times recorded, but the best times I have for each level, I have on accurate airships, we had some of the best times. Fear Agent had a 25.879. We had a tie between Coas and Knack for 25.746. Andrew G came up with the best time, 25.37. Forgotten Palace, the best times I'm noting here, Andrew with a 1:20.10, Wimmy with a 1:19.22, Coas won that one with a 1:16.33. I did report that one during the run, I believe, during that segment. And the best times I have for Ruining Christmas, I don't think I have this one accurately sorted, but I'm going to just scan quickly. I have a 50.40 for Andrew G. We have a 48.26 for Coas. And we have Knack with a 47.783. Those are the best times I'm showing for those levels. Again, those are unofficial results, but those are the best times that I am showing on my recording for those levels from that segment. So, okay, those are really good times. If you think you can beat those times, hey, the level codes, we've been providing them all day. Go get them, go beat them, and see if you can improve on those times. I'm getting our second place winner now, in addition to Coas being the overall winner. Our second place winner today is Andrew WG. He was 5th in the marathon, 2nd in optimization, number 1 in the endless. So they will be the two players today who will get the prize money. Coas will get the $30 prize for the top runner, and Andrew will get the second place prize. I believe it's $20 as the second best runner in today's event. So congratulate both of them. They certainly deserve the GGs and the praise. And we also had a lot of great levels this week, and I'm waiting for word that the official that the level voting is closed. If there is a tie, I will break that tie, but otherwise I'm waiting to confirm that it is closed. At this point, I don't show a tie, so if we are confirming it closed, I can announce these results. We're also working to get our runners in here so we can chat about these as well. In fact, Coas Legion, welcome to the broadcast.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Congratulations.
Here, give me a second. I can't hear you. I'm doing something on my side real quick.
Oh, looks like we have an audio problem. So we do hear him on stream. We do hear him live on the stream, but we are not. Apparently, he can't hear me, which makes this kind of an awkward conversation. So once he gets that fixed up, we will go ahead and chat with him. In the meantime, we are trying to get some additional runners in here.
Now. Nope. Yeah. Let me restart Discord if that works.
Okay, we'll go ahead and take him down to set up while he fixes that. And he'll be back in a moment, I'm sure. Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing a lot more of this series. I see Coas has rejoined. Can Coas hear us now?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Oh, good. We have two runners in here. Excellent. So Coas, Fury Agent, again, congratulations, Coas, on winning today. And GG Fury Agent on a really good run here today. And I do see Knack is joining us as well, so I will drag him in. And I will also say GG to Knack as well. Does Knack hear me? Well, while we wait for Knack to see if his setup is working, Coas, what did you overall think of today's level?
What was that? Repeat that.
What did you overall think of today's levels today?
I mean, to me, they were pretty. Considering what I read from last week, that they were going to be like slightly brutal. I was expecting that, so expecting getting easy levels was a little bit confusing to me. Yeah, they were on the easy.
They were night and day from last week, though. I mean, they're better design levels for sure, and I mean, easy's True, but they're like fun to like
Yeah, exactly.
speed run.
They were definitely a lot of fun. Definitely one of my favorite levels was, I believe it was Ruining Christmas. That one was actually in the tougher side, pretty fun.
Yeah,
when
I
we
agree with that.
Yeah, when we were testing the levels, I also was testing the levels this week, which is why I was able to talk a little more about them. When we were testing levels, we concluded that was one of the levels that was not overly hard to include, but it was also probably the most challenging level. We thought that was the best level to end it with because we felt that would be the one that everyone would then get together on, and whoever cracks it first then ends up winning it. So that was where why we placed it where we did, and that was. I agree with you. It was a great level to finish the marathon on.
Yeah, at some point I had a record on all of the levels, but I lost them all.
We did notice that. I saw you. I even called out when I saw you get a world record on 2 of the levels, and I was looking at on my own Switch to see what the records were with about 10 minutes to go to try to get that information updated as well.
Exactly.
Is Knack able to hear us yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, GG to you as well then.
Thanks.
And what were your thoughts on the levels or on the event today?
Overall, much better than last week. Way better balance, especially for racing, purposes. And yeah, I can't complain about the levels this week at all.
Yeah, and I was actually estimating myself would be about a 35-minute, and I'm just thinking average runner type thing. But you guys crushed those levels. Like Coas, you got it in 15 minutes. I think I was counting based on when Feasel said to go.
Yeah, I had a timer myself.
Yeah, that's a blazing time for 7 levels. So very well done. Very good time, obviously. 2 minutes a level, roughly.
Thank you.
And yeah, everyone had good times on that day. I don't think we had any DNFs on that. I don't know if I saw the 7th done, but I don't think we had any DNFs on the marathon. Everyone finished it, as far as I'm aware. So very good marathon race for blind levels. I thought it was a really good marathon.
It's good to hear.
So out of the speed run levels, which and this is for anyone who wants to answer, I'll let you guys take turns here. What was your favorite speed run level of the 3 that you had to do? Which one did you find you had the best chance at optimizing and was the easiest one to figure out?
Mine was the airship level, the first level. I feel like I traded world records with a couple people on that one a couple different times. I feel like I optimized it pretty well. It was the only one I feel like I actually optimized. But it flowed really, really, really well. I like that level a bunch.
Do you agree?
I would say. Oh, sorry.
I was asking, do you agree, Dak, or do you have a different opinion?
I would say like the airship one was really good to optimize. I noticed that I was doing the route completely reverse. I started on the yellow pipe and I always go through towards the red pipe. And it wasn't like until very late in the game I was like, oh heck, I'm doing this wrong. So I went the other way around, and I almost got a good time on it, but I think Andrew still got on top on that one.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, the red pipe was definitely the way to go.
Yeah, you always went for the yellow one. But I think the one that I liked the most to optimize was definitely Reading Christmas. That one was really good to optimize.
Did you have the record on that one?
Yeah, I got the record on that one. I think I did.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think you had it about like a lot too. Like I was trying that level for a long time. I wasn't sure how to like you beat me like 6 seconds. Like I just wasn't sure where to like save time. I'll have to watch the restream.
I think at the end of the whole run, it was between me and Coas, is it?
Yeah, Coas.
Yeah, we were like going back and forth on those times, and it was freaking hilarious because I was like, where can I save more time? Like I think at the end it was like 48 and nothing in difference. And then I don't know, like I got good Big Brain Galaxy at a moment. Like I was like, oh heck, I can do this, and that's where I saved some time.
Yeah, I lost the record on Ruining this at the and like the last 5 minutes, I'm like, well, there's no way I can go back. But for me, I
sorry.
actually enjoyed Palas. Like you could not necessarily cheese, but you could go to the exit a lot faster if you just had Big Mario damage boosting as well, giving mushrooms everywhere. And that was pretty much the only world record that I actually ended up keeping. But I actually enjoyed all.
Yeah, I kept trying to cheese the beginning of that level because if you line up the Bossy Beetle to fall down and you are on the same line, you can actually bounce off the thing and then get on the first key. But I never got it right.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't think about that, but I know you can run underneath all of them as long as you have enough speed.
You can.
Got that.
That was a tough level. It was a fun level, but it was a tough level to optimize. I feel like I'd really need a lot of time to like sit with that level. That was, I think, one of. Well, no, I didn't. I struggled the most beating the Christmas level, but that one definitely took me some time.
And we're just seeing if anyone else wants to join in and converse here as well. I do see Darius is debating whether to join. I don't know if he wants to join or not. I'll leave it up to him whether he wants to join us or not. But yeah, I agree with you. The Christmas level, that was, in my opinion, a really nicely designed level. I got to that level when I was streaming when I was testing last night, off stream, obviously, and I got to the first jump, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be challenging. And then I got to the bob-omb jumps, and I realized that for that jump, I was able to figure out that you had to not use a full bounce. You had to avoid hitting the ceiling. You're going to hit the bomb on the second jump. So, I mean, you think it's little tricks like that that are built into the level that make it a bit of a challenge. And yeah, that was a very nicely designed challenge. I thought that was a really nice level myself.
You know what I thought was a good level was that I struggled a bit with it. Is the one in the ghost house with all the
oh yeah, the dark room. I'm just not a levels at all.
Yeah, me neither.
If they would have placed little everywhere, like somewhat some lights everywhere, it would have been nice. I actually ended up falling a couple times and was the one that kept the world record. I was like, okay, that's weird.
It was hard. Yeah, that was hard because I didn't really know exactly where to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I did have fun with it. I just think that like this week's levels were, the last week's levels or whatever, but this week's levels were so much more fun to race.
I agree.
Yeah, that was something I was reading. I'm like, so how were the levels last time? I found the chat and I was like, oh. I was like, I should have played them yesterday, but I was having a bad day. So I was just like, I'll go in blind, see what happens. So I went like extra blind. I had nothing going to happen.
If you do go play them later on today, I'll just say right now that hammer one will take you a while.
Oh, okay.
I'll just tell you that right now.
I'll end up playing.
I personally voted for the hammer one last week just because I like the design of the level, but I was the only person who voted for the level, so oh well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly.
Was there a winner for the best level or like?
I don't know if the poll has been confirmed to be closed yet. I'm just going to check because I haven't been told that the poll is officially closed yet. But taking a look right now, I'm going to find out where we are if I can get that back in front of me. There it is. I think I'm okay with considering the poll closed right now because we have 16 votes on it. We do have a bit of a split here. So I'm going to go ahead and just say at this point that let's go ahead and close the poll. Let's confirm the I'm going to start with second place here. The second place vote getter for the best level was Ruining Christmas. That was the second favorite level today.
Nice.
But the designer of that one, I'm just going to get the name back in front of me because I have that somewhere else. The designer of that one was, where did I put it?
Dr. Lovenstein.
That is correct, I believe. It is Dr. Lovenstein. I'm just trying to figure out where I put my level codes because I have them somewhere, but I don't have them in front of me. The winning, so Dr. Lovenstein will get that $20 for designing Ruining Christmas and submitting it to today's event, and thank you for submitting that. Meanwhile, one of our top level makers of the week submitted 3 levels. One of his levels is on top. Forgotten Palace is your number 1 vote getter with 6 votes. out of
Nice.
the 16 submitted. That is your top vote getter this week for the best level of the week. So he will be getting the $30 prize from that poll. So there are your 2 level winners to go with our 2 race winners of the week. That distributes the entire $100 prize pool, and we have our winners for the week all determined. So
Congratulations to the winners.
Exactly. Congratulations to both level designers. Both were great levels. I played both, and I enjoyed both levels myself, and they are definitely worthy winners of that prize.
Yeah, big shout out to all the level makers this week, especially Dobbs, who created that level. Dobbs makes really, really good levels and is a really good runner. So we're lucky that he wasn't racing this week too.
Yeah, he raced last week on those really hard levels, and he actually got world records in a couple of them too. So he is also a really, not just a good level designer, he is a really good runner as well, as he demonstrated last week. So definitely, you're absolutely right. He's someone to watch in the Mario Maker 2 community. I do believe you're right.
Okay.
So any other thoughts that you guys have before we start wrapping up here?
Nope. As of right now, if anything changes when it comes to the races, it'll be posted on Discord, correct?
That's the kind of behind the scenes thing, but yeah,
Okay.
we do have the Discord server, and everything should be in the Discord server for upcoming races. So yeah, just keep an eye on that server. And for those of you who don't have the server, I think we're gonna get that in the chat in a moment too, for those who need that. But the Discord server is available, and you are able to join that and take part in the community as well. If you want to take part in the races, you can get a racer tag and join us in the races as well. So yeah, any last thoughts for anyone?
Yeah, thanks for the restream and thanks for putting this on. There's a lot of fun. Thanks, Cyclone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very much
Yep.
appreciated.
Thanks for allowing us to race.
Yeah, really appreciate it. I mean, as long as we can get the word out and get more people, joining the races and making more levels, it'll be freaking amazing. And yeah, I would like to see this keep on growing.
I completely agree with you. We're going to get all the level codes, by the way, in chat earlier. We did post them in chat earlier, but I want to post them again. There are all the level codes for those of you in the live chat to go play the levels, try them out, and see if you can even beat some of the records that our racers today made. And good luck doing that if you take part in that. And have fun with those levels. We certainly enjoyed watching them and in many cases playing them today. In the meantime, I want to cover what's coming up here on the Speed Gaming family of networks. I have a schedule up of some events that are on today. Coming up on this channel, where we are right now, Speed Gaming Prime channel, later today, we're going to have the Link to the Past Randomizer Crowd Control Race. This is an interactive race. I like to tell everyone to come check that out, because this is a race where you get to, mess with people. We have 2 runners. And tonight, I don't know who they are yet tonight, but we have 2 runners who will be running just a regular Link to the Past randomizer seed, nothing funny. It could be an open mode seed, it could be a key sanity seed, whatever it is they decide to run. But it's going to be in crowd control mode, meaning that you can basically choose to kill them whenever you want to kill them. You can take away items, you can give them items, you can find ways to hamper their progress, such as making them walk on ice wherever they go, things like that. So you definitely want to come check that out. It is a lot of fun. 6 o'clock Eastern time tonight, or in about an hour and 20 minutes from now. Depending on your local listings, whatever time that is. We're about to start a Metroid Prime event going on Speed Gaming 5. That's in about 20 minutes. There's also some Pokemon Red, Blue going on right now. Some more Metroid Prime going on Speed Gaming 4. We have I think it's a Super Metroid Double Anti-Bingo weekly race going on later today on Speed Gaming 2. Mega Man 2 randomizer for Speed Gaming 4. That's all going on later tonight. Zelda 1 randomizer tournament. The final qualifier in the week 4 of the Zelda 1 randomizer qualifiers at 11 p.m. tonight. That will be on this channel. So stay on this channel if you want to watch that after the crowd control. So that's just a sample of what we have here on Speed Gaming. Make sure to follow again Speed Gaming 2 through 6 to get information on all of these events when they come live, and you can come watch them and enjoy these events with us. It's a lot of fun seeing these events. It's a lot of fun putting on these events. And it's a lot of fun in some cases talking about these events, like I am prone to do sometimes. So we are happy to have you here. Come join us. If you're on YouTube, go to twitch.tv/speedgaming or 236 again. And you can catch all those events with us here live as well. We'd love to have you here. Come join us and see everything as it happens here at Speed Gaming. For those of you watching on YouTube, you'll see another race in the Super Mario Maker 2 weekly series on our YouTube playlist. You can go around our YouTube channel for all those other events I just mentioned. Other than that, I think we are all set here. So again, thank you to Fiesel Mindby for doing a lot of the work behind the scenes here on these events today. Very much appreciated. And thank you to our runners. Make sure again to follow the runners. I'll post 4 of their links in chat again here because they're the ones that were last on our screen, but you can go to follow any of the runners you saw here, and any of the runners who were here, they can post their links in chat as well. They're welcome to post their links. We won't time them out or anything like that if you want to follow them as well. So for everyone who is involved here, I want to thank you, chat, for joining us because I'm going to be completely honest. If it wasn't for you, I'd just be sitting here talking to myself. So thank you for watching me talk to myself, and we will see you next time for more Super Mario Maker 2 weekly action here, 2:00 every Saturday here on Speed Gaming. See you next time. Have a good one.
All right. Thank you.